Ready? All right, well, today is January 13th. We are calling this meeting to order. It is 5:33 p.m. Our chair, Christopher, is unfortunately ill, so he will not be joining us tonight. So bear with me as I try to run my first meeting. Yep, roll call.
Christoph here. Zaisha Robert. Here. Joseph Mazzola.
Here.
Elizabeth Rodriguez. Olivia Mazel.
Here.
All right, do we have anyone here for public comment? All right. Number 3 would be the review of meeting minutes for 6:10, 7:08, 9:09, 11:12, and 2:09. Does anyone have any comments? I thought they looked great. Any? Okay. So can I do them all as a package? To accept them. So do I have a motion to accept the meeting minutes?
And approve.
Hmm?
Approve.
To approve the meeting minutes? All right, second?
Okay.
Well, no.
Oh, Olivia, that's it. She's there.
Do I have a second to approve the meeting minutes?
Olivia, are you gonna second approving the meeting?
You need us, yes, I'll second them.
Yes, just so you know, Olivia, it's just me, Zaisha, and you tonight.
Is that a quorum?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have,
Just one correction. I just want to add the correction on the meeting minutes. The last one is you have 2/9/2025. Shouldn't that be 1/9? January?
no, that might just be a mistake on the agenda.
Oh, yeah. I think the date's wrong.
Yes, I know. I think there is no, that's just,
It's a typo?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because it would be December 9th.
Yes.
So it would be December 9th of 2024. There was no meeting.
Oh, so that would be
It was just a typo.
typo, okay.
Yes. So roll call?
Zaisha Robert. Yes. Joseph Mazzola.
Yes.
Olivia Mazel.
Yes.
All right, so we are moving on to letters of support. The first properties on our agenda were the crafts and Wrights block. Just to let everybody know, they will be coming to our February meeting to present. So next would be Open Square. Anybody here from?
Yeah. Is anybody here for Open Square?
Yes. Hi, my name is Brian Lever. I'm trying to figure out how to undo my video. I'm from Epsilon Associates.
Welcome.
So I'm the consultant. I'm working with Open Square on this project. They're converting one building of the complex and here is the owner. If you admit Yedidya, he will probably be able to talk in more detail. But that project is to create roughly 80 units of housing out of one building in the complex. Yedidya, I don't know if you're on, but they've skipped over the first two items to yours.
Yes, I am here.
Welcome. All right, do we have a presentation from them? Did we receive any presentation from you or any, let's see. No.
Did you supply any materials to the Historical Commission on the project, out of curiosity?
For the Historic Commission, I believe we did supply materials, but not now. Back when we got the letter of support to get in the National Registry, to register the building in the historics. But I don't think by now, when we needed this for the part 2, the letter of support, I don't think we submitted anything.
Okay, have we written letters to them in the past? Yes,
I remember they had like a tax or a historical consultant
right.
a few meetings ago.
So is there any change to the scope of work for this project since the last time we saw it?
No.
Okay, so then there really wouldn't be a need for any presentation. All right, well, I guess we can take a vote. Do I have a motion? Well, do we wanna do them individually? How did we do them last time? We did them in, yeah, okay. So do I have a motion, to write the letter of support for the open square?
Motion to read support.
All right, do I have a second?
I'll second it, please. Thank you.
Roll call?
Olivia Mazel,
Here, yes.
Joseph Mazzola,
Yes.
Zaisha Robert,
Yes.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, next up we have the Victory Theater. Olivia, I did just email you their presentation, so it would be in a separate email from the Historical Commission email. We
Okay.
just received it. I just want to let you know if you want to follow along.
Okay.
Mary, hello.
Hi. Hi, everyone. My name is Mary Nastasi. I am with Ryan LLC. We are the historic consultants for the Victory Theater. If you give me 1 second, I can pull up presentation. I apologize. I'm on a brand new computer and I am still making sure all my programs are as they should be. So let's see. Do you see the presentation or just everything on my screen?
Right now we see the presentation.
Wonderful. All right, excellent. So, hello everyone. I am presenting for the Victory Theater, which is located at 81 to 89 Suffolk Street in Holyoke. The theater was built in, constructed between 1919 and 1920. It was designed by Mowell and Rand, a Boston-based architecture firm that specialized in theater design. And the interior was designed by J.J. Cowell, who is the head designer for the firm. It is the last remaining Broadway-style theater between Boston and Albany, and it has sat vacant since 1979. So in 2010, the Massachusetts International Festival for the Arts took on the building and started applying for historic tax credits to rehab the building. As you can imagine, this is a very ambitious endeavor, and the project has been ongoing since then with stops and starts as they have been working on acquiring the necessary capital to get this project underway. So the project already has Part 2 approval from both the Mass Historic Commission and the National Park Service. They had not applied for the Massachusetts state tax credit for, at least 5 to 7 years, I would say. So the Holyoke Commission has provided us with a letter of support in the past, but since it's been quite some time, I'm here to update you on everything that's happened since then. So the architects for the project are DBVW, and we came on as the historic consultants. We, McCroskey Historic Advisors, now Ryan LLC, came on as the historic consultants in 2019. So here are some historic images of the building. A more contemporary image, which if you are familiar with the building, you probably recognize. It has seen better days. As you all know, when you leave a building alone for several decades, it usually doesn't improve on its own, and this building has certainly suffered from that. So some general exterior views. So the scope of work that was first presented to you guys way back when included a relatively light touch. So that focused on repairing and restoring exterior masonry. Originally, the intention was to restore the existing windows, reopen all of the entrances, and the current scope of work, which has been approved by MHC and NPS, calls for replacement of the existing windows with historically appropriate wood sash, restoring the first floor storefronts on the Suffolk Street elevation with historically appropriate new systems. There will be a 2-story addition at the rear of the building on a currently vacant lot, and that will hold some offices for the theater. It will hold an accessible entrance that will hold mechanicals and other back of house support spaces. So I can take you through some general drawings. So here, existing gives you a scope or a sense of the scope of work that is proposed for the main elevation. So this is the proposed. So you see the restored windows, the restored main entrance, restored storefronts. They'll be constructing a new marquee to resemble the historic marquee, which is a really exciting feature. So north elevation, the rear of the site. And here you can see that new addition. So the west elevation, you see the vacant space where the new addition will be going. And again, here it is. And then the east elevation. So the east elevation faces towards the adjacent building. There's a very short alleyway between the two. So this is really not super visible at all from the street. And then just to give you a couple photos of the interior of the building, the interior work for the building has mostly expanded on what was previously submitted and approved. And again, this is all submitted to MHC and NPS at this point. So these are the main stairs, which are in pretty horrendous shape. They will be reconstructed, all new marble cladding. So everything is essentially being reconstructed to match, if not properly restored, with updates for ADA accessibility, various code-related updates, and also things like new bathrooms and new systems that people tend to like in their modern facilities. So the main theater space, you can see here on the roof or on the ceiling, the plaster is looking pretty rough, and you can see behind it the stage and the proscenium arch also not quite the best. And similarly here. So that is the update of where the project has been since it last went before you. The reason why we are coming back to you now is because the costs for the project have increased pretty substantially, just because it has been almost 15 years now since they first started applying. As the costs have increased, the need for the tax credit has increased pretty substantially as well. So they will be restarting their applications with this current round in hopes to accumulate a little bit, some more money to continue to fund the application. So if you have any questions, I'm happy to try to answer them.
Just looking at these last few photos, this is not the current state of the theater, is that correct? I know a lot of this plaster work has been taken out and all of the chairs have been removed.
I do not know if they have removed the plaster work or the chairs at this point. All of that work was approved. So the removal of the chairs was approved in the original Part 2 application. And the removal and the replacement of the plaster was also approved, although the extent to which it had to be removed and replaced is pretty significantly greater than it was back then.
Yeah, I asked just because a few months ago, I noticed some fencing had gone up around the theater. There was some work being done. We had questioned the building department. We didn't get a very good response. And so I think, just sort of from my perspective, there's a lot of unknowns around this project. Obviously, I know recently finances have been questioned. That's not really our business here on this commission. I question just sort of the work that has been done recently and is currently being done. We've not really been notified of anything. And I don't know, I'm a big supporter of this project. I really absolutely want to see it happen. My feeling is I would like to sort of explore a little with the building department and hopefully get some answers from them. Maybe come back to you all with some questions. That's just my opinion. I don't know how you feel.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it'd be very helpful for us to understand what work has been done since the previous, since the last time we talked about the project. And understanding, what parts of the project increase the cost and, why we might need another letter of support.
And I think I would sort of just want to make sure like we're all, everything's in compliance and the building department is in agreement with everything that's going on. Olivia, do you have any comment, questions?
No, I haven't been in it in quite a while, so it's as I remember it.
So completely understand all of that. As you guys know, the project that goes on for this long, things change, things happen. I know, and as I'm sure you know, the owners are very proud of the building and are very excited about it. If you think that you might want to tour it, we can try to set that up. Otherwise, I can work with them to clarify exactly what's been happening in the building. Make sure that you guys have the clearest sense possible of what's happening there.
Yeah, even just getting maybe some documentation of recent work that's been done, because I know, like Joseph said, there is, the fencing went up, so that tells me, some work has begun. So that would just be helpful to understand.
I think maybe what I would recommend, because are you still looking for a retroactive letter as well?
No, we are not. We are looking to the future now.
Okay. I think what I would recommend, I don't know, tell me if I'm allowed to do this, but I think maybe we put you on the agenda for February as an actual agenda item, and then we can, between now and then, get with the building department and dig a little deeper into this. And then if you're available, I don't know if Dawn wants to come along. I think maybe there might be some more in-depth questions.
My guess is that Dawn will absolutely would like to.
Yeah, I know.
It's funny that you say that. We know that Dawn would like to be there. Yes, I can absolutely commit to being there, and I will talk to Dawn as well. I'll see if I can try to get up there between now and then to get some updated photographs for you guys as well. So
yeah, I know the only reason I asked is I saw on social media that they had removed all the chairs and such, so that was how I knew about that. Yeah, maybe we can, I'll try to get with the building department just to kind of go about any concerns that they might have. And I think we can go from there.
okay, great.
February 10th.
Okay, so the next meeting would be February 10th.
All right. I will put it on my calendar and I will make sure that Dawn has it on his as well.
Do we need to make a motion or anything? Nope. Okay, well then we will definitely be in touch.
Wonderful. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much. Next would be the Farr Alpaca. I don't believe there's any changes there either. Yes.
Hi, my name is Alisa Augenstein with the Public Archaeology Laboratory. I am the historic consultant for both of the Farr Alpaca mill projects on Appleton Street. You're correct, there have been no updates since the last request was submitted in August of 2024. I can tell you that we will be wrapping up construction at the first project, which is buildings 6, 5, and part of 4 this summer. Or that's the goal, as far as I know. And then we're going to be waiting a gap year before we break ground on essentially the second phase of the project, which will be that second letter of support request that I submitted.
Okay, should I do them separately?
Yes, please. They can essentially be the same letter, just with the names of the buildings specific to each project. I can also send you the letters that you provided in August, if that would be helpful.
We should have a copy of them. So it's building
Okay.
6, 5 and 6, and then building 4, is that correct?
Yeah.
Or ends at building 4?
Yes, in the
Okay.
southeast end of 4. I'm sorry, the northwest end of 4, or northeast end of 4. Sorry, this got a little complicated. And then the second project is building 3 and southeast end of building 4.
All right, so do I have a motion to write the letter for the Farr Alpaca for building 6, 5, and the northeast end of 4?
Motion to read the letter.
All right, do I have a second?
Second,
Thank you. Roll call?
Lysia Robert,
Yes.
Joseph Mazzola,
Yes.
Olivia Mazel,
yes,
All right, and do I have, what was the other one? 5?
building 3 southeast 4.
Do I have a motion to write the letter of support for building 3 and the southeast of 4?
Motion to read the letter.
All right, second.
second,
Thank you. Roll call?
Lysia Robert,
Yeah.
Joseph Mazzola,
Yes.
Olivia Mazel.
yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good
Take
one.
care. You too.
All right, next is Holyoke Health Center.
Yes,
Hello.
Olivia. So we sent you a PowerPoint, lots of photos, so you can see progress, and I got a couple of narratives I could just share with you very briefly. As you see from the photos,
It's in the packet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is in the packet.
It starts at 44.
Got it.
so just to start off, the tons of framing has been done throughout the building to get everything ready and to deal with all the mechanicals that we have to deal with. We've got a new elevator shaft that's been completed, and the cinder block shaft, the Otis elevator team will be in the next couple of months to get it installed. We have plans for the facade work to be done, and we're still working on those. The alleyway had a whole bunch of windows that was cinder blocked off. We've removed all the cinder block, and the windows have been ordered to be installed into that space. And the bead board that was throughout the building in various ways has been all taken down, it's being repaired, and will be reinstalled in appropriate settings throughout the building. So that's the basic project, open center. If you go to the pictures of what you feel, I think, and everyone's up in here, make sure you understand what they are. The first shot, the graphic, is what we hope the Mansard top of the building will look like when it's finished. If you go to the next photo, you can see from the inside, there is, you can see where that triangle is, but you can also see there's the framing for the 2 dormer windows, which no longer exist in that building. So at some point, those dormer windows were taken out, and so what was shown in that first graphic was us replacing the dormer that is no longer there. So when we took off the plaster inside the wall there, the viewport, we saw the framing, and we realized, oh, it was there before. So we decided to try to put them back in. So that's a expectation that we have for some of the facade improvements. Next slide is a shot of the 5th floor. And again, at the very end of that, you can see the round window on top and the two long windows below it. That's the windows that were there. We took them off. We're now repairing those windows to be replaced back in as original windows. And those dormers will be on the side of those glass. You can also see the skylight above, and the framed space that's right below the skylight is a window well that will be going down to the 2nd floor. So that window well will be carried, the light will be carried down to the 2nd floor. So excited about that feature. Next slide is the antique elevator that we found in the building. And while we're not restoring the elevator for use, we are trying to put it into some historical presentation within the building. So it will be something that we can look at. And the shot right below that is the pulleys and the systems that used to raise it up and down. We won't be reinstalling them, but we're working with the architect to come up with a way of mounting them on the wall as more of an exhibit and just a remnant of the past. We think that would be a sweet little component of the project. So this next shot is the 5-story stairwell that has now been reframed in the whole building. So the stairwell will actually connect to the existing Holyoke Health Center space on the north of the property. And you'll be able to walk in from the health center, hit a landing, go either up or down to the floor above or below from there. So it will really be the stairwell for the Solutions building, but it will actually be the conveyance to get us from the Holyoke Health Center into that building, not going outside. So lots of engineering went into figuring out how to do that and how to make it work. The next shot is just a shot of the elevator structure that's being built. The next shot is the reclamation of those windows that we took out, we're working on. Next shot is a pile of salvage beadboard that we took off that will be put back on. So nothing like spending money on doing things twice, right? But anyway, that's good work. And then the last shot is we're really showing you that on the right, that's the Holyoke Health Center building. The windows are offset from the buildings on the Bristol building, and that's why that staircase will allow us to go from one building to the other. Hit a landing, go either up or down. So if you come out of either of those floors, you can go anywhere you want in the adjacent building. And the bottom of that will be removed of the brick building and storefront, historic storefront glass will be installed in there. Next shot actually shows you how it looks. So to the left is the alleyway, the windows replacing all the center block spaces that were there in years. And then the shot on the right is the way it will look. These most new storefronts on the bottom. The 2nd floor will have restored a wooden stash. The 3rd and 4th will be new windows, and then the top will be, as I said, refurbished, and dormers will be brand new. So lots of progress, without way to go, and appreciate your support for this project.
So there's really not been many changes since last time we saw you.
No, just, continue work, and it's been slower than we wanted to be. Almost 2 years to exit that building, so I was just thinking to myself, I saw the Alpaca, they're ready to move in a couple months. It's embarrassing for us because we work on a much smaller project for a long time, but anyway, and they did amazing work on their project. That was the best part.
Yeah. Great, well,
Answer any questions if you have them?
hey, Olivia, any questions?
Thank you, Jay. I love the pictures. Great
Thanks.
picture. Thank you so
I
much.
don't think I introduced Tammy when I sat up here. Tammy is our Chief Development and Strategic Officer of the Health Center, and she'll be continuing the work as I'm sort of slowly phasing out of the scene, and maybe next time she'll be here, not me, but I want to make sure you see her. We have a whole team working on this.
All right, well, do I have a motion to write the letter of support for Holyoke Health?
I make a motion.
Second?
Aisha Robert,
Yes.
Joseph Mazzola,
Yes.
Olivia Mazel.
Yes,
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon. All right. Moving right along. Where is my compliance form? I don't put it in the.
No, it's in there. Might be the last thing. No.
Thought I put it before. Oh,
You want to talk about that under new and old business?
well, I was gonna talk about it now, since we're talking about letters of support.
Okay.
So we're gonna implement a compliance form for letters of support. It's number 10 in the packet. Basically what that would mean is that anyone applying for a letter of support, would have to get a sign off from different departments to say that they are in good standing with those departments. So for example, they would have to go like to the building department, and get a sign off from Leslie saying that they are in compliance with our ordinances, that they're following the rules. I think, what else did we decide?
Board of Health?
Board of Health and the tax collector.
Yes.
And this form is used elsewhere in the city. So I think it's a really good way to just have consistency throughout the city for these kinds of projects. I see it as a positive. Thoughts, concerns, questions?
It'll be helpful. Then we
Olivia?
wouldn't have questions of, oh, are we in
Right.
compliance before we give another letter of support?
Right.
So you
Olivia?
said this is an application or?
Yep.
Or,
it looks good, very thorough.
oh, this is the website. Compliance.
Moving right along, we have a few
Take that.
CPA things. So we have a letter, from Jay, the chair of the CPA. He just wanted us to read this. He said, thank you to the Historical Commission for your review and approval of the FY25 CPA historic applications. The CPA committee values the input of the commission. We look forward to continuing to work together to preserve and promote the significant historical assets in our city. Please note that the full CPA presentations will take place on January 15th and 22nd. Jay Ferrari. Naomi, is observing today. We will be, once this round of CPA applications is done, really looking at that process between the CPA and the Historical Commission. It was better this year. We think it can be even better and more streamlined still. So once, as I said, this round is done, we'll kind of be looking at that. I think it will be super helpful just to have new faces and new. Hello. You're muted.
Just wanted to say thank you. We will happily accept any suggestions you have to streamline. I'm brand new, so I'm still learning, but
Yes, yes,
I'll probably be involved in that.
yes, absolutely. Yeah, we wanted to wait until there was a new person before we really dove into that project. And we have sort of streamlined it on our end a little bit, but I think there's always work to be done to make stuff easier.
Great. Excellent. Thank you.
Yes. The CPA plaque in the ballroom for the stained glass windows was put back up. Just wanted update on that. As well, there were 8 boxes of school records from a previous CPA project. They have been delivered to the Wisteriahurst archive. So Penny will be reviewing and inventorying those, right word, making an inventory. And then once she's done that, she'll send a letter, a deed of gift document to Brenna so that that is on file. All right, let's see. All right, next was a letter that we sent out, just based on the incident from our last, meeting. Y'all can read that at your own time. Let's see what else. Oh, there was a GoFundMe, for the church that is at 377 Appleton. We were mentioned in the GoFundMe. I know that one of our commissioners has very nicely been helping them. We sort of are not really able to like endorse this sort of thing as a commission. So we did send them an email just asking to be taken off the GoFundMe. That is that.
What was the address there?
377 Appleton. So there is a copy of that letter in the packet. What else? The last thing really is Commissioner Rodriguez. This is now her 13th meeting out of 19 that she has missed. We did reach out to her in November. There was no response. I kind of think we should wait until Chris is back next month before we vote. For our bylaws, it's 3 meetings, and then we can take a vote to ask the mayor to remove the commissioner. She's a really nice lady. I like her a lot, but you know, 13 no call, no shows out of 19 is a lot. We have people that are interested in joining this commission. So if we can free up a chair, I think that would be really a positive thing. But I kind of think maybe we should wait till Chris is here to vote on that, just so it's the full body. Okay. Anybody? Well, we do have, so under announcements, we do have a new appointed commissioner, Mary. She's not officially signed and sealed yet, but she has been approved by the mayor, so we're very excited to have her aboard. And we do have a meeting set with David and the mayor, Friday. So hopefully one more. Does anybody have any updates from any other boards or committees? Okay. To give a little update on our work with Pioneer Valley Planning, we had a really great meeting with them this morning. And so we are working on putting together a list of people to participate in a survey that she's putting together. And then once that's done, we can, I think, give a more in-depth update. But we are working on that behind the scenes. And I think it's gonna be a really exciting project. They're gonna create some guidelines, not only with the historical commission, but the local district, some other people, which I think is really great. I think since I've been on the commission, we've really been talking about, oh, I wish there was a packet. I wish there was something that we could just give to people, whether it's somebody wanting to purchase a historic property or someone who wants to update their historic house. And just kind of say, hey, here's the right procedure to do this, and here's where to go, and here's what we think you should do. So this will be kind of a long project. I think we're gonna be working on it through December, I believe. And so we're really gonna get into the weeds on all of this, which I think is great and much needed. And we will definitely want input from the other commissioners. That's it. Next meeting will be February 10th, 2025. Anything else? All right. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Olivia?
Second,
Second,
Alicia Robert,
Yes.
Joseph Mazzola,
Yes.
Olivia Mazel,
yes.
and 6:14.
Um,
Thank you.